and this is going to be part 5 of my playthrough of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney on the Nintendo DS. As always, I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, there we go. We are on the second day of investigation in the third case. Hey, Apollo! What? Well, actually, nothing. I mean, something, or maybe not. Out with it! Suspense is giving me an ulcer. Well, the trial today, I was thinking. If you gave it a score, what score would you give it? Score? Gee. I guess I would, or maybe... Well... I'm just as bad as you. See? It's so vague. Clearly. Machi avoided a guilty verdict, but just something. Though I can't say I'm any less confused about the case. I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing. IPXX 314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Latouze. And the victim, Mr. Latouze. Who would have guessed he was actually an undercover Interpol agent? What a mess. And we don't have any idea what he was investigating. Well, true, but we know we shot him now. Lamiroir told the whole court. Wait, that voice just now. It was him, I am sure of it. That voice I heard, talking to Mr. Latouze when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him! It was Mr. Darien! It's another mystery, Apollo. I love mysteries. I don't. Speaking of mysteries, what's Mr. Wright up to? I wouldn't mind asking his opinion. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen Daddy around. What, is he some kind of stray that just wanders in and out at will? I wouldn't say that, but he has been going out a lot. Some top-secret mission, he said. Could he be connected to the Interpol case being investigated by Mr. Latouze? I wouldn't be surprised. Top secret? Anyway, you can't just rely on him to save the day. And you've got me to help you. We'll be fine. Fine. Right. Well, time's wasting. As they say, let's investigate. That's the spirit. Lamiroir dropped the bomb in court today. It was Darien. Lamiroir said she's never forgotten the voice, right? That's so cool. I guess. What's that called again? Elephant ears? I bet that's what they're called. Somehow I don't think that means what you think it means. And she has to be wrong this time. Wrong? Why? I mean, look, those gunshots were right during the concert. That's right, I was burning up the dance floor at the time. Right. Did you happen to look up on stage? Maybe at Darien even? You bet I did. He's one of the Gaviners' guitarists after all. He's so cool. Oh. Right. All the Gaviners had a rock-solid alibi. They were up on stage. He couldn't have shot Mr. Latouze backstage. But Lamiroir heard him, didn't she? She heard Darien backstage, right? Somebody's either wrong or lying very badly here. Well, it's so obvious that he had to be on stage that you have to wonder if she would even waste her time coming up with a lie so big and obviously wrong. An Interpol agent. I was wondering what is Interpol anyway. Huh? Interpol? They're the guys who catch international criminals. Why can't you just call them International Police instead of making up some silly name? Yeah. Anyway, you think he was investigating Lamiroir? What? Why would anyone do that? She's not a criminal, she couldn't be. Don't be fooled by appearances is all I'm saying. But remember, I'm a magician, Apollo. I can spot a palmed coin at 50 paces. If only it were that easy. In any case, we know he was working on something. I wonder if it was something that has something to do with something. That something being our case, the last something, I mean. Something like that. Frankly, the whole thing is making my head hurt. What was Mr. Latouze up to? Trissy, was that another one of your tricks? It wasn't me. I can't even make Mr. Hat laugh like that. That guy again. Wherever the mundane gives way to miracles, a word is whispered. Grammarier, or something. Grammary? Hey, the other day. Eee! Who's there? And then he disappeared. We didn't just imagine that, did we? He was wearing a silk hat. Friend of yours? Hardly! We meet again. Nice to meet you. Who are you? And could you please stop smirking like that? It's you, Uncle Valent. Uncle? Uncle Valent? He's your uncle? No, silly. It's the great Grammarier, Valent Grammarier, the great magician. Yes, it is I, the great Valent Grammarier, as seen on television. And could you please stop smirking like that? It's been a while, Miss Trucy. 7 years to be exact. My, how you've grown. Good to see you again, Uncle Valent. You look exactly the same. I hate to intrude, but what is a great magician doing paying us a visit? I believe it was you who wished to see me. So, be quick with your questions. And do not quail, quake, or quiver. I am quite tame. Though my stardom may sear the sides... Sear? That's how you pronounce that? I'm quite down to earth when need calls. He does have a certain aura to him, it's true. Let's ask him about the case, Apollo. His aura sure isn't lost on our magician in the making. She's practically drooling with enthusiasm. After all. Uncle Valent's one of Daddy's best friends. That's why I call him Uncle. What? Daddy? You mean Mr. Right? No, I mean my real daddy. Triss's real father? This is getting interesting. That one was going cold already, I had to finish it. Anyway. Wait, Apollo. Don't tell me you don't know about Troupe Grammarier. Troupe Grammarier? No. But it doesn't sound... But it does sound kind of familiar. Oh, jeez. Oh, lost life. Lamentably listless lad. To not know of the greatest troupe of magicians on the planet. Valent Grammarier. It's pronounced like that then, Grammarier. The name began to surface in my mind. It was a name I had heard on television as a child. You bet you've heard the name. He made a cruise ship disappear and blew up an amusement park. Oh, and he made all this gold disappear from a safe, and then escaped from a high-security prison. You said he is a magician? I opened the locks to hearts chained by mediocrity. This is a true miracle of true Grammarier. Wait. What, Apollo? I do remember seeing you on television a long time ago. Weren't you with someone else, like a duo? A duo? Yeah, you had a partner, something Grammarier. Yes, Zach Grammarier. Let me guess. He's the real he's Trucy's real father? A masterful maker of magic, capable crafter of shining showmanship. Yeah, I bet he's her father. Why is everyone so quiet? Daddy. Daddy? Huh? Oh, no way. Once upon a time, the Troupe Grammarier included 2 grand magicians. Myself, Valent Grammarier, and my partner, Zach Grammarier. And this Zach was... He was my real daddy. Trucy's father, a magician. I guess it makes sense. I had no idea. There wasn't much point in talking about it, not now that he's gone. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. I'm not lonely. I've got my daddy after all. And you make me laugh, Apollo. Glad that I'm good for comic relief at least. Not that I see Daddy around much these days. I've been remiss in remembering my reasons for my visit. Reasons? 2, in fact. The first being, of course, to see you, Miss Trucy. You don't know how happy I am to see you again, Uncle Valent. I'm sure you are. Not one for modesty, are you? When I encountered you at the Colosseum the first time in 7 years, I could contain my emotions. I wept oceans. And to lure you now defend that poor pianist, that blinded boy. It was a hot topic of talk amongst the staff, you know. And defend him you did. Hehe. Well, it wasn't all my doing. I missed defense attorney actually. My other reason for coming here today was this. VHS tape. Quite so, a recording of the concert no less. I've brought it for you, Trucy, on behalf of Troop Gramarye. Will you watch it? What I want to well, no, because this is not the part of the concert in which the murder took place, so... Well, there's the boy. What am I supposed to spot? Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa! By the way, doesn't the guitar continue playing in the music you hear? Despite the fact that he is trying to extinguish it? It was playback! They weren't really playing. Yeah, up together to the sky, yeah. The guitar, the victim. Wow, it's almost as good as it was live. So, what's the word? Mysterious. There are more mysterious things than our song going on. Way more mysterious. This Valiant Gramarye has good reasons to be here today, but I wonder what his reasons were to be at that concert. Videotape received from Valiant. Does that mean that he is the one who put together the guitar catching fire, and the lady disappearing and seemingly flying over the crowd and reappearing on the other side or something? Sounds like the kind of thing that a magician would do. So I was wondering, that stunt in the middle of the song there. I didn't see a stunt. What about Lemuroir vanishing and reappearing? Oh, that! I guess I'm so used to seeing that happen, I didn't even notice. So young to be so jaded. A simple sleight of hand, a petite prestidigitation. A modicum of magic from me to you. So that's why you were at the concert, exactly like I deduced. Yes, I was there to watch my trick take to the air. So you're the one who knows how it was all done. Of course, I am like a deity with the stage as my domain. I suffer no mystery upon those floodlit boards, not grasped tightly tightly twixt my fingers. These lines of dialogue are hard to read to me, poor foreigner. It is a potent primeval power I possess. Well, do you think you could tell me how it was done? That's a trade secret. I doubt he's just gonna spill the beans like this. Hey now, Trucy, that's like totally against the rules, Apollo. Not during a murder investigation, it's not. Mais non, for my illusions are mine alone, monsieur. What, he's supposed to be French now? Also what? Recall that the terrible occurrence happened later. Well after my illusion entranced the audience. Don't even ask, I won't answer. Too bad for you, Apollo. Whose side are you on? I, Valiant Gramarye, now make my leave, Mr. C. There's no need to rush, Uncle Valiant. You should stay a while. I am afraid I cannot. I may not. I shall not. I have been asked to assist with an analysis, and so I shall slink back to the scene. So, you'll be at the concert venue today? Correct. If you would call on me, come to the Coliseum. See you later, crocodile. With a whirl of his cloak and a wink of his eye, he turned and walked out through the door, normally. Well, there you go, Apollo. Let's get cracking. Right, Valent Gramarye. I've got a few more things to ask him. Foremost among them, that bit of magic that made La Miroir disappear. And how he knows Trucy and her real father. Well, I'm gonna save again. It's gonna let me, that is. Detention center. Visitor's room. Machi may not be guilty, but he's still a suspect. But they don't have any decisive evidence. Yeah, but only someone as small as him could have gotten out of that room. Right, the air vent. I disagree. I mean, if the lady could disappear and reappear somewhere else, and maybe the real murderer could have achieved it that way as well. Right, the air vent. And he lied. Lied? Machi Tobaya Kenzie. Ah, Machi! Speak of the devil. He looks like he's doing okay. I forget, why did we come here? It's not like we can talk to him or anything. Words are overrated. Feelings are what matter, Apollo. It's kinda hard to build a court case on feelings. But since we're here anyway, might as well get what I want to say off my chest. If you need someone to complain to, I'll listen. I think she's actually worried for me. He's not gonna be able to answer, so I don't know how this is gonna go. So what did you think of the trial today? Whew, I'm glad he doesn't understand English after all. If he did, he would have been scared out of his mind by that trial. Hey, all's well that ends well. You have to be more goal-oriented. If he's not guilty, we win. No, if he's innocent, we win. Machi might not understand English, but I bet he gets that better than you do. Huh? My bracelet reacted, but... I'm glad La Miroir testified. What a great person. She even got Machi off the hook by naming another suspect. Darian of the Gaviners, the detective. I wonder if Machi knows what happened. I mean, if he could follow how the trial went at all. If no one told him there's a new suspect, how would he know? Hey, what is it, Apollo? No, it's nothing. I must be imagining it. Imagining what, Apollo? It's just I couldn't help but feel that, I don't know. Machi, he doesn't understand what we're saying, right? How could he? He's a young Borginian, he doesn't speak English. Yeah, but my bracelet is reacting to him. Huh? Maybe it's malfunctioning. Or it's scared because you keep making those I'm so mad faces. Was I that bad? Machi lied about not being able to see. But what if that's not all he lied about? If you're curious about it, there's only one thing to do. You should ask him. I think it'll take something big to get to him. Some kind of undeniable evidence. We'll be back, Machi. So, Machi, you can see, right? Machi can see and La Miroir can't. The whole world's gone topsy-turvy. Sorry, Apollo, I don't think we're going to get any information out of Machi. Which makes sense. Yeah, I guess it does. Sunshine Coliseum. Ooh, what a great day. It's perfect weather for sleuthing. Sleuthing? Yeah, I think. The weather matters for an investigation. Don't some days just feel like magic days or defense days? Sure. Let's get started, shall we? Right on. Show us your stuff, Apollo. What stuff? Your voice training. This is the perfect place for it. I did enough at home, thanks. Oh, there's no need to be shy. Keep that up and you'll never make it on the big stage. I'm happy in the courtroom, thank you. I am a lawyer. Then you're in luck because it's lawyer weather today. Don't you just want to face the blue sky and shout objection? Look, the weather has nothing to do with lawyers. Let's get going already. Well, let me examine, but I don't see much what I should be able to examine. What's that creature there? Oh, that's the police mascot, the blue badger. Eh? It's life-size. Haven't you seen them around town, patrolling the streets? Yes, now even Law and Order has mascots. I'd run from that thing even if I wasn't a criminal. Why does its head wobble like that when it walks? It's freaky. I don't think you're showing true blue badger spirit, Apollo. A zeppelin. Look, a blimp. Those balloons next to it have had banners on them. Let's see. Big sale. All shirts 50% off. Oh, it's an ad for the department store next door. Flags. There's a fountain. Doves. Hold on a minute. Oh, okay, never mind. Because for some reason... Okay, never mind. Examine. Look, a massive sign for the Guilty as Charged tour. A giant prosecutor gave in stares out over the arena. Oh, maybe I can take it to the office when they're done with it. Where would you put it? You couldn't even get that thing through the front door. Then I put it outside. I bet it'd be good for business. Just as long as no one comes expecting us to prosecute. But if anyone comes looking for a concert, leave it to me. Is this part of some twisted plan of hers to make her singing debut, I wonder? The place itself, Sunshine Coliseum, sure is living up to its name today. It's huge, and Mr. Gavin got to play on that enormous stage. I'm so jealous. Someday I'll fight my first battle on the stage. Battle? Well, yeah, it's a Coliseum, isn't it? They don't do gladiatorial contests at these places anymore, Trucy. Really? I had no idea. I wonder why they stopped. Sometimes I worry about her. Okay, no, okay, let's move. Backstage hallway. Ah, there she is. Ah, Mr. Attorney. How did she know? From the sound of my footsteps, she could tell my shoe brand. Lamberoir, I'm sorry about today. There is nothing you need to apologize for. You were merely defending Machi. Are you okay? Alone, I mean. Humans are blessed with 5 senses. Even robbed of one, we get by. Though it does make being a witness rather difficult. Speaking of seeing, you knew who we were before we spotted you just now, and we weren't even talking. I heard your footsteps several times the day before. Oh, you must have great ears. Yeah. Bit too good. I think she can see. Here's that heard the crime taking place. Or so she claimed yesterday, but how? That was quite a statement you made today in court. About hearing Darian Crescent's voice at the scene of the crime. I did not know his name. But I never forget a voice. Wait, Lamberoir, is something the matter? That voice just now. It was him, I am sure of it. No way. As I said in court, I was on my way backstage from the stage. That is when I heard his voice. I'm guessing Darian and Mr. Latouche were talking about something. The next moment I heard those gunshots. Why didn't you call security? To be honest, though the noise was quite frightening, I never imagined the gunshots might be real. And I was in quite a hurry myself. I left the scene at once. So it really was Darian's voice that she heard? Yeah. At least she certainly thinks it was. What was he saying, by the way? Because if he was singing and the voice was coming into the place through the speaker that's on above the door, She could have heard him that way and not be able to tell that the voice was actually coming from the inside, from the speakers inside the room if she's blind. I met Machi before my debut as La Miroir. I was singing in a restaurant in Borginia, and he was playing the piano? Yes. He was very kind to me when he learned I could not see. Is that when you started playing opposites? With Machi pretending he couldn't see? No, it wasn't then. That began after our major debut. After I became known as the landscape painter in sound. It must have been tough for Machi, pretending he couldn't see and all the while acting as your eyes. We held hands always. He would write his finger on my palm to signal to me things I should know. He is a smart, gentle boy. I think I see what she's getting at. Machi would never harm a soul. About Miss Sula-Twos. Ah, yes, he was an Interpol agent, I hear. So you had no idea? Of course not, no one did. I guess that's what it means to be undercover. But someone was after him. They had to know who he really was. Why did he pose as my manager? I do not understand. You have no idea? I can only assume that he was investigating me, but why? What makes you think that? Perhaps it is not so, but I cannot deny the possibility. Because of my condition. What, because she has amnesia, so she could have been a criminal before that? As my present is veiled in darkness, so too is my past clouded from memory. Clouded, right. The darkness that I fear is not the darkness that I see whenever I open my eyes. The real darkness lies in my heart. In your heart? I have no memory of the time before I became La Miroir. I awoke from darkness into darkness, you might say. I was singing in the restaurant those days. What was it that she said about not being able to remember the light? I do not know my past. Perhaps I committed some terrible crime in my past. Everything before becoming La Miroir is lost to me. But I don't think I can think of no other explanation. Why else would an agent of Interpol approach me? Do you think your past might be related to this case? No way, that seems really unlikely to me. I mean, you're such a sweet person, La Miroir. I thank you. Machi too tells me this often, when I fear who I might have been. Oh, I wish I would just stop yawning. The stage. That song, isn't that the one La Miroir was singing? Yeah, you're right, the Guitar Serenade. Wow, I'd love to do a show on a stage like this. I'd come to see that. The house is full, and as one, the audience sighs with wonderment. There I am, singing my ballad. Ballad? Ballad, I think. Rose petals swirling through the air. Not bad. Wait, aren't you a magician? Oh, that's right, I was a magician, wasn't I? Some dedication. Hey, it's, Uncle. Aha! If it isn't Mr. Rusi, and indeed it is, Uncle Valent. What exactly are you doing here? Whoops, sorry. I take real responsibility in tasks undertaken. I am inspecting my equipment of illusion to make sure naught is amiss, miss. The La Miroir teleportation illusion. Oh! Should anything go wrong, it will reflect poorly upon me and my troop. As I went about my exacting examination, I happened to notice that piano, and I remembered that fair lady's melancholy melody. Up, dog? Hi there, RNG. How's it going? Hey, Apollo, maybe Uncle Valen can shed some light on this whole thing for us. The illusion. I was wondering about the show the night of the murder. A bit drowsy, a bit tired, but I'm fine otherwise. Lamora's vanishing act was your illusion, right? Indeed, the purple prosecutor petitioned my performance. At the climax of the song, he said make her disappear, like a dream. Like a dream. Yet what can I work with on a stage meant for musical endeavors? There are none of the conveniences of a stage built for sorceress acts. It was a challenging task, and so I accepted. She disappeared from the top of the tower. But in order to move, you would have had to use some sort of secret tunnel. People come to me because I am a professional among professionals. My illusions are custom made for a time and a place. Now, because of the murder, all the eyes of the nation are on this concert. Not a bad thing as far as the fortunes of Troupe Gramarye are concerned. So, you were here checking up on your trick to make sure it went well? And went well it did. Now, speaking of pianos. That piano over there troubles me. It troubles you? Why? Why? Why do you ask why? I think it's probably quicker if I just go check it out myself, thanks. I know what you are thinking in that head of yours. Gramarye, yes, you say. I recall seeing him on television. Something of that sort. Actually, yes, you're right. Wow, it just read your mind, Apollo. Or everyone tells him that and he made a good guess. It was 20 years ago. A young magician, a genius of his time, came down among us. His name was Magnify Gramarye. Magnify? It was he who began the great Troupe Gramarye. At his prime, not a day passed that he did not play upon the screens of every TV there was. I do have a vague memory of someone like that on TV. Yet several years ago, that time came to an end. My troupe pulled a vanishing act, yes. Cries for magic no longer heard, the TV screen a barren waste, stripped of illusion. That's not true, I still went to all your shows. Like that one in the parking lot down at the supermarket. When you start playing supermarket parking lots, you know you're in trouble. We hone our skill at these small venues, always awaiting our time. Yes, one day we will rise, up from obscurity into fame's shining stage once more. I do this not only for the magic that is Gramarye, but for my partner. Your partner? You mean... Yes, Zach Gramarye. Trucy's father. Her real father. Before he disappeared 7 years ago, there was no name higher than Gramarye in show business circles. None. I will see us return to glory. I, Valiant Gramarye. Our founder, Magnify Gramarye, was truly a genius, a worker of miracles. I'll never forget the one I saw when I was little. How he made that whole jumbo jet go. What happened to the jet again? Apparently someone doesn't remember it as well as they thought. Of all the would-be magicians who came to this door, only Zack and I had the talent. In no time at all, Valiant and Zack were the shining stars in the Gramarye crown. Cool, huh? And Zack Gramarye was my daddy. Now that Magnify and Zack are gone, I have but one wish. Let it be I, Valiant Gramarye, who brings the Gramarye miracle back to the big stage. I'm rooting for you. Miss Trucy, you cannot grow up quick enough. I need your skill by my side. One skill coming up. How do we manage to get off the topic of the case so quickly all the time? Hold on. Examine the piano. It's one big piano. I've never actually played one. Hey, you should get Mr. Right to teach you sometime. No good, he can't play either. I kind of feel bad for the guy now. Maybe now is my big chance. Stand back. This could be the debut of a prodigy. You! Did you make that noise just now? Let me try it again. There's a click on one of the notes. You know, I think something's stuck in the piano. Time to take a look under the hood. Look, this was stuck between the strings. It looks like some kind of switch. Someone must have thrown this into the piano. Switch placed in pocket. Let's show him. Maybe that was part of his whole show. The switch sitting here, tempting me to push it. Don't! You might blow up the whole Coliseum. Apollo, please! Think that every strange switch triggers a bomb. That kind of old-fashioned crime drama thinking doesn't cut it in our busy times. Alright, Trucy. For a private investigator, please enlighten me. What do you think this switch does? Maybe it turns on the electric razor in Prosecutor Gavin's dressing room. A switch as big as a razor to turn on a razor. Okay. Words cannot express my shock and chagrin. All I can see before me is this stage and me upon it. Nothing smaller, nothing less radiant catches my eye. True, you're getting on in years, not much time left to make your mark, huh? This is not how I was seeing it. So he doesn't care about how I have to show him, I guess the... Wait, so he doesn't care about what I have to show him. I get the point, okay. The words put together didn't make any sense inside my head for some reason. I was wondering about the stunt in this video right in the middle of the song. I didn't see a stunt. Oh, that? I guess I'm so used to seeing that happen I didn't even notice. So young to be so jaded. Simple sleight of hand, yeah. A petite prestidigitation. Jesus. Too many syllables in those words. A modicum of magic from me to you. So that's why you were at the concert. I was there to watch my trick take to the air. So, can you tell me how you did it? Yeah, but that's the same dialogue as earlier. It's against the rules to ask a magician how they did it. Not even you're doing a murder not when you're doing a murder investigation, it's not. Okay. Oh, I can't read anymore. Well, you might have a point there. Will you tell us, Uncle Valent? It is against all that is sacred to inquire as to how a trick is performed. Okay, so you tell me how he did it, Trucy. But I don't know. Come on, you're a magician. Aren't you a part of the same secret club? Let's try again. Here? Yeah, but I don't see anyone. And anything lying around is probably the same as what was already available before, so... Okay, let's go back then. Ah! Where do I go? A stage again? Feels like I'm supposed to show him something to unlock more dialogue options. No present. Okay. No, not check. Present. No, okay. Still nothing. No. No. It's the same dialogue. The VHS maybe. No, okay. Well, the switch. The thing I got. Did I try that already? Yeah, okay, well, it doesn't work. Maybe I should examine it. Like, check it a bit closer. Try pressing it, maybe. The switch sitting here, tempting me to push it. Don't, you might blow up the whole Colosseum. Apollo, please. I think that every strange switch triggers a bomb. That kind of old-fashioned crime drama thinking. Ah, yeah, but I already read that before. No, okay, never mind. This is if I want to rewatch the video, I guess. When you see it small like this in its native resolution, so to speak, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's Nintendo DS pre-rendered stuff, but it starts back at the beginning. Okay. I don't get it. Oh yeah, let me pick up that earpiece in the corridor if I can now. That's been lying there since the day before yesterday. It's small, maybe no one's noticed it. I kinda want to pick it up. It'd make a cool souvenir, don't you think? It does stick out in my mind for some reason. Why don't you pick it up? It might be important. It's been bugging me since the beginning. Looks like an instrument case, a big instrument case. There's a great magic trick you can do with one of these, huh? What kind? The miraculous beautiful girl escapes the case illusion. So it's the girl who's miraculous, not the escape. So picky. We took a look at your performance again. It was even better the second time. Thank you. That reminds me. That was an incredible illusion you pulled off. Illusion? When you teleported from one stage to the other, remember? Ah, yes. Apparently they hired a professional magician. Valent Gramarye. I was wondering, do you think you could tell us how it was done? I'm afraid I cannot. Mr. Gramarye made me swear to never tell a soul. I was afraid of that. Hard to be a magician if you can't keep a secret, you know? Ah, I am reminded that I wish to speak to you about something. Yes? Yes? Because I was stuck, so that would move things forward, hopefully. When I was walking this hallway before, I stumbled upon a small device of some kind. It was lying on the floor. Well, yeah, I wanted to pick it up, but why is it so complicated? Device, maybe you mean this? That's been lying there since the day before yesterday. Might I touch it? I thought as much. What? What did you think? This is one of our headsets. Everyone on staff wears one during a concert. I wonder whose this is. We use it for communication. It would be quite inconvenient should it go missing. We'll hold on to it for you then. We'll give it to Prosecutor Gavin when we see him. Yes, that's best. Thank you. So, can I put it on? Headset attached to Trucy. Uh-huh. Attached? I'm not some kind of robot, Apollo. Everyone on staff was wearing one of these headsets. This might warrant some further inquiry. Can I ask you about this headset, Lemuroir? You said that all concert staff were wearing one? That's correct. You need them to communicate across such a large stage. Everyone on the staff had one, of course. And all of the band members too, I should think. So Prosecutor Gavin and his lackeys had them on too then. They're quite helpful, though limited. They only work within 30 feet or so. After all, they're only for use on stage, and a stronger signal would interfere with the sound system. That makes sense. You'd think someone would notice if they dropped their only communications lifeline, so why was this one lying here? From the very beginning, I should add. I had another thing in mind. that one. Do you think you could tell me about this? I'm sorry, but my information about the outside world is somewhat limited. I only know what I have heard or felt. Maybe that explains why she didn't react when I showed her stuff the other day. She was still pretending she could see then. No, not here. Back to the hallway. Stage. Nah, okay. It's not gonna work with him either. Let's try one of the two rooms on the side again. Ah, there's something else that didn't happen before. I know that munching. Uh-oh. There's only one person I know who can munch with such venom. What are you doing here? Hello, Emma. You're looking as grumpy as ever. Oh, am I supposed to be happy? You give me the second degree in court and prosecutor Gavin makes me look like a fool. You're talking about the blood-stained Mr. Latou's left. My department chief had a field day with that one. Even a blind person could see the shooter wasn't blind. Funny guy, huh? But that bloodstain helped uncover the biggest mystery of all. I'm having trouble digesting what I just had for dinner. Now we know that Mr. Latou's was really with Interpol. We wouldn't have found that out without you. I suppose. Maybe that's why the chief gave me these after he was finished chewing me out. Said it was my reward. Are chocolate snackoos popular down at the precinct or something? Was hoping we could check out the crime scene again. It looks like her snackoos looks like chocolate cereal or something, but she's eating them out of the bag like this instead of in a bowl with milk. Be my guest, you're not going to find any clues in here. Though I did find something strange. Something strange? I met my embarrassment quota for the year, that's for sure. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? How? I mean, think about it. Now you don't have to be embarrassed about anything else all year. If only it worked that way. It just bugs me to think that that little kid outsmarted me. And it makes him even more suspicious now that we know he can see. He could have seen the air duct, and he could have shot that revolver. But that's not how it sounded in Lamarwar's testimony. You mean her saying she heard Detective Darian's voice at the scene? That's right. Why can't we have a normal, straightforward killing once in a while in this country? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Was that true what you said in court today? You know, about the case? About how everything was happening according to those song lyrics? The guitar serenade, you mean? I found the link, you know? First, Prosecutor Gavin's heart-shaped key ring was stolen. Then Lamarwar flew through the air. Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar caught on fire, and in the end a bullet took Mr. Latou's life, and he went up in the sky with a guitar. Well, 30 feet up at least. It is kind of hard to chalk it up to coincidence. I know, and I found it. You think the same person did all of this? Don't ask me, I didn't do it. Neither did I. I couldn't fit through that air vent anyway. What? Y'all think I did it? Sometimes I worry about that girl. So what did you find? It's so little I must have passed over it yesterday. I found it under the sofa. What is it? Part of some device, I think. I haven't a clue what. The bit sticking out from the end looked familiar, so I had it examined. Turns out it's an antenna. Oh, like on a Beetle? Like on a cell phone. This device must use an electronic signal of some sort. An electronic signal, you say? had in mind to show her this. Do you think you could take a look at this, Emma? Munch, munch, munch. Emma, munch, munch, munch! Her rate of chewing is increasing. Better back off before it's too late. Do you think you could take a look at this? Because it has an antenna just like the other thing, so the two might be linked. A small device looks like a transmitter. A transmitter? You press the switch here and it sends out a signal. No idea what it's for though. A signal? You mean an electronic signal? What is it, Apollo? Say, Emma, you know that strange object you said you found? Oh, this? Let me try pressing this switch. Yo! It's on fire! The device is on fire! What's the big idea? Ah! Well, now we know what this is, an igniter. This part here must work like a lighter. It nearly lit me up, that's for sure. Hey, don't look at me like that. I didn't do it on purpose. I suppose, at least, we're getting somewhere with this case. Hey, Apollo, let's ask Emma more about this switch, now that she has some first-hand experience. The Nintendo Switch, what can you tell me about it? What are you trying to do, burn me alive? Come on, it was just a few sparks. Says you weren't the one holding it. There's enough sparks flying around here just with you two talking. Anyway, now we know this is a remote for an igniter. Let me see that for a second. Well, this is definitely a little transmitter. The signal's weak, probably only reaches 30 feet. Transmitter, huh? Remote trigger updated to the court record. I'd like to know where she found that device. Where was it exactly? Incidentally, if you look at a cross-section diagram of the stage area, let's see, 30 feet from Lamar's dressing room. That covers the backstage completely. It also looks like it would cover the stage. Through the flooring. It kind of seems unlikely anyone would use this on stage. But this is where we found it though. Forum diagram headed to the court record. Guess I'd best be getting on with my investigation. We're off to look for more clues elsewhere then. I feel better just knowing what this thing is now. I'll have to look into igniters a bit more later. Good luck. I'd like to know a bit more about igniters myself. Igniter added to the court record. Does that have anything to do with the... Oh, could it have been the igniter inside the guitar? It follows. Let's go ask the great magician on stage. He's still here. Yeah. Whoops. Hold on. I have a feeling that's what it is. Ah, okay, well he's not gonna comment on it. Ah! Shit! I thought I had something there. But I think I'm right with this. Hi, Panda. Do you think you could tell me about this? Never mind. Or in here, maybe. No, there's no one. Well, she's still here at least. Oh yeah, that number 2 thing. That's where they cut the... I don't know how to say it in English. Well, that bit of the flooring anyway. It was the window where Lamora saw the crime from. I wish it was that simple. Kind of hard to see a crime when you can't see, but she did hear it. Yeah, but the window was closed. Maybe she heard it some other way. Ah, using the thing, the The here piece. Now that she said it, it makes sense. This is probably where this is going to come into play during the trial. Should I go back outside? Because the magician guy isn't reacting to anything. Ah, there's something else here now. Sunshine Coliseum. What? Come to laugh at the murderer? Darian! That old bag opens her pie hole and wham bam, my life goes down the chute. Thanks. They won't let me work while I'm a suspect. Darian isn't in the best of moods, is he? Not many people are these days, it seems. It is a crime scene, not exactly the happiest place to hang out. Then Gavin had to go rub salt in the wound. My alibi is rock solid. Rock solid! Huh. Rock. Get it? Rock. What can you tell me about the keys? Look, if you want to talk about the case, talk to someone else, okay? Don't want Gavin having another one of his hissy fits. He's not gonna talk about anything. Try talking first then. So, about your alibi. You have to ask. The shooting happened right in the middle of the third set. That's right. The music was blaring when we heard those gunshots. And found Mr. Latou's dead. I got 10,000 witnesses who saw me too. Right there on that stage. Your guitar playing was something else. Thanks, little lady. See? This whole thing's a sham. I can't believe they aren't letting me work. There's no need to yell at me. It's Lamoire's fault. She was the one who said she heard his voice at the moment of the crime. Man, I never even talked to that old windbag. How could she possibly identify me? They won't let you work? He won't let me work. Gavin says I gotta lie low until the suspicion is cleared. What suspicion? You can't be such a stick in the mud. Is the Gavin a stick in the mud? He may look all flashy and showy, but he's straight as an arrow, man. Except when he's depressed. You hear him whining the other day? Oh, you mean the thing with the mixing board. And then there was that performance just now. What was that all about? This part is off. Which is that? Second guitar. Ah! It was you, Darian. He's such a perfectionist is all. Not a bad guy, really. Well, I think the Gaviners are the best. I have all your albums. The band's fine, too. Gavin can write a good tune, I'll give him that. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Prosecutor Gavin around much. Oh, him? He's down at the prosecutor's office, most likely. The prosecutor's office? I've never been there, have I? The day down, the victim should have come in from Interpol. Normally, I'd be down there dealing with it, normally. Apollo, let's go check it out. I've always wanted to see the prosecutor's office. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. Right on. Say hi from me, okay? Oh, and screw you. And tell him I want into that crime scene. We'll be going now. Hey, wait. Yes? What do you really think happened? Really? You don't think I did it, right? Well, great. Way to insult the guy with some confidence. That hair, yeah. That hair indeed. I don't know what the suit is supposed to look like. Because it looks like it's a mouth. A mouth of like a... I don't know what kind of animal that his head is coming out of. So I'm not quite sure. Like a shark? Yeah, I guess that's probably what it's supposed to look like. Just remember I was ripping it up on stage when it happened, okay? Ripping! Don't get led astray by some siren song, eh? Get this one wrong and you'll be eating a humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself. Let's not talk to him anymore, alright? Detective Darian Crescent. He's one stone I'd leave unturned if I had a choice. Gavin's office? I didn't notice I could go there. Prosecutor Gavin's office. So, this is it. The governor's head office. It's not the band's office, it's the prosecutor's office. Yeah, so that's why I'm asking, what is this creepy thing? Object, whatever. Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. Oh well, guess we'll have to come back. Or we can hide behind that bookshelf real quiet like. That's eavesdropping. Why? We'd just be waiting, quietly, so he didn't notice. What if we heard something scandalous about the band? She'd make a good reporter for a gossip mag. What? A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Latou's. Latou's? Look, don't talk to me about those Borginias, okay? Just get me that report, chop chop. And stop leaving mysterious objects in my office, okay? Beep. Mysterious objects. What, the thing under that glass thing? Times like this when I start to miss Darianne. Huh? Hiya! Tee. Just thought we'd drop in. Hope you're not mad. How could I be? There's not enough tee in the world in any case. Have a seat. Prosecutor Gavin, the philanthropist. Watch and learn, Apollo. So, who have you come to see? Huh? Clavier, lead vocalist for the Governors, or Prosecutor Gavin, scourge of the courtroom? What do you think he means, Apollo? I think he's giving us a choice. We can either ask him about the concert or the case. Which way to go? I have to pick. Talk to him, I guess. I really love that song. It has such a great atmosphere to it. You co-wrote it with Lamoire, if I remember correctly. That's right, it was last year. I had gone to tour Virginia's legal system, as a matter of fact. And that's when you heard Lamoire's voice? It was at a small jazz club. I wept that night. I knew I had to meet her, to talk with her. So I used my influence, which is not inconsiderable, to arrange a meeting. Wow, prosecutors really have a lot of clout. I think it's sort of a special case, Trucy. Thankfully, she liked the work I did, and we wrote a song right there backstage. Machi on piano, that dulcet voice, and myself on a guitar that I borrowed from Lamoire. And music history was made. Probably not an experience your average lawyer would ever have, like Apollo say. Like Apollo say. It is a memory I hold dear, and the song we wrote that night was this. And that very guitar is right over there. You mean this charred lump? Don't call it a lump, that's a piece of history. Looks like a petri dish. Ah, that thing, you mean, yeah, the glass thing from earlier, yeah. And it's only browned, not really charred. No matter, I shall never sing that song again. I wouldn't have used that guitar again either, even if I could have. What happened during that song anyway? Why did his guitar suddenly catch on fire? Do you think you could show it to us? Your charred, I mean slightly burnt guitar? I'm sure he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it? Ah, that reminds me, did you see the paper today? Yes, I always read the TV section. Good girl, how about you, hair forehead? I read the funnies. Then you will not have seen this. Concert of Tragedy, the prosecutor's deadly song. Oh, is that a new show? I haven't heard about that one. It's not a show, it's an article, news, you know. Oh, does this have anything to do with the case? Since getting back from the trial, my phone has been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's life with a song? Have you ever hummed a man all the way to death row? Do you think you could sing for me over the phone? It is endless, endless, thanks to the case you made today, of course. Oh, that was all Apollo's idea. Hey! Is that a newspaper over there too? Ah yes, the Borginian Daily Bugle. Go ahead, take a look. Thanks, but I can't read Borginian. Oh, that's right. Suffice say, this is big news over there as well. Though they didn't go so far as to mention the lyrics to my song. Probably no one in Virginia could believe it. It's probably seen as just a theory at this point. The journalist didn't see the need to mention it. That makes sense. I hardly know what to think of it myself. Virginian newspaper added to the court record. Lamoire's testimony will probably be in the evening edition, I'd imagine. Which is why I've had Darianne step down from the investigation for now. Yeah, we ran into him moping in front of the Coliseum. Number 1 was my invited guest, so it is a rather delicate situation. You understand how much I want to solve this case, quickly if possible. I wanted to show you something. Present. Because I think this is what set your guitar on fire. My apologies, but there's no way I'm going to talk details about the case with you. If you want to get my attention, bring me something dramatic. I'm not here to get your attention, Gavin. I'm here to get your information. That looks like one of our Tour issue headsets. Why are you wearing it, Fraulein? I thought it'd be cool. I could pretend I was concert security and stuff. Actually, we found it at the venue and thought you might want it. Oh no, please, you keep it. It goes well with your cape, Fraulein. Teehee, you think? She does look like she belongs on the stage, that's for sure. Prosecutor Gavin, about this remote. Wait, excuse me, did you say something? This remote control might be valuable ammunition for the trial tomorrow. It's too early to show my hand now. You would think someone with such a loud voice would speak more clearly, yeah? My apologies, but there's no way. No, okay. That's a default answer. Default answer. Default answer. Default answer. Default answer. Skis. Default answer. Nah, I think I'm not gonna get anything. There's something I'd like to re-listen to, because I wonder if maybe, if the guy wasn't killed when he was supposed to be, then I could hear it on the recording. The fact that there was a misstep in there kind of makes me think maybe the guy jumped because he heard the gunshots in the earpiece, maybe. Yeah, like if he was distracted by something. I was wondering if maybe the gunshots would be heard somewhere. But there's no mistake on that one. That's the piano. Mm-hmm. Good beat, good beat. No, okay, there's no... Well, okay, there's no gunshot on any of the tracks, but I think that the reason he got distracted like this, that might be important for our case. Yeah, okay. If he doesn't have any more topics of discussion, well, let me examine the place because I haven't yet. That was an impressive bit of pyrotechnics that did this. That's the guitar from the concert, isn't it? I thought it was one of the... Wait, what? I never guessed that wasn't the end of it. I had a specialist analyze the guitar incidentally. Oh, did you find anything out? He didn't have a lot of time, so it's still unclear. But the results he came up with were intriguing. Intriguing? How does that guitar tie into everything that went on? Sounds like something we should ask about. Okay, there's gonna be another topic of discussion about the guitar then. No clues here. Looks like there's something else on the table there. Look at all the guitars, why so many? You can never have too many guitars, they are like my lovers. I didn't just hear him say that. They're backup guitars, Apollo, don't you know anything? Rock and rollers always smash their guitars at the end of a show. No wonder it's so hard to make it as a musician. Yeah, it sounds like an inexpensive hobby. You know what? You should try rocking a little, Apollo, and breaking his guitars while he watches. This might be a little too rocking. Of course, I would never do such a thing. Did I not say they are like my lovers? Do I seem like the kind of man that would do such a thing to ones he loves? No, no, not at all. I mean, you're Mr. Gavin, upstanding prosecutor. What happened to Prosecutor Gavin, God of Rock? But that's the backup guitars. A big filing cabinet, it would seem. Ah, okay. That's the same description. What's wrong, Apollo? You look confused. I was just wondering where the work chair in this office was. You're looking at my favorite chair right now. That's a massage chair, isn't it? That is an ergonomic adjustable... Yeah, right, whatever. I love the ones with the vibrating rollers on your back. Those feel great. Did I say something wrong? No, I merely realized the futility of an explanation. Another guitar? What's that on the plate there? Is that gum? He had a thing under the glass. Gum. Maybe he was chewing it when the phone rang, so he put it on the plate for later consumption. You'd think a rock star could afford a fresh stick. Don't jump to any conclusions now. That's no chewing gum. Take a closer look. Although I really shouldn't be offering, should I? What is that? What is that indeed? Looks like a lump of plastic. Wait, that phone call. Yeah, so that's why I'm asking. What is this creepy thing? Object? Whatever. Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. What? A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yellow twos. Aha. Prosecutor Gavin. Does this have something to do with Mr. Latou's? Wait a second. You were listening to my phone call, weren't you? Who? Us? I tried to stop him, really, but he forced me to. Hey, you were the one digging for a scandal, Miss Reporter. To tell the truth, I'm not even sure what it is, but apparently it's a model of something undercover agent Mr. Latou's was after. This lump? Would you mind telling us what you do know about it? Ah, okay, that's probably a topic of discussion with the guy then. Wow, look at that stereo. To me, a life without music is inconceivable. I never turn down the volume, even when I'm working on a case. That's such a huge speaker, it must be really loud. This room is completely soundproof, of course. Really, at my place I can hear the neighbors turn their VCR on to record something. Maybe you can get Mr. Wright to talk to them, work something out. And lately we've been getting complaints about Apollo's voice training. Maybe I'll go have a word with Mr. Wright too. No, okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, I'm done. Let's talk to him. It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years, a guitar befitting a woman like Lamoire. How did it end up here? She gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night and she made a present of it. So this guitar is from Virginia. That is it. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lamoire's studio. I used a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched. See, prosecutors do have a lot of clout. I still think he's a special case. Such a valuable guitar. It's too bad it got burned. Okay. What was it that you were saying earlier? Something about intriguing results from an examination of the guitar? That's right. What was that all about? Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? It is called the sound hole. Ah, so that's what it's called. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. A broken device? Yes, this in fact. The examiner is busy with evidence for the case now, however. So he'll be checking this out once he's finished with everything else. Odd. That device looks strangely familiar. What about this one? It has to be one of these. What is it, Apollo? That device that was found in your guitar. Take a look at this. Why, that looks like the same thing. What is it? It's an igniter. Another one? It was at the crime scene, in Lameroir's dressing room. Detective Sky found it, actually. At the scene of the crime? What could that mean, I wonder? Hmm. Strange lump. This was found in Mr. Latouse's bag. It's apparently a replica of something. A replica? It's a small lump about 1.5 inches long. We analyzed it, but there's not much to say other than it's a lump of plastic. Perhaps it was to be used in the identification of whatever it is a replica of. Well, to me it looks like some kind of potato that's gone bad. You mean, whatever Mr. Latouze was after? That seems to be the most logical explanation. Well, what is it? Don't ask me, Fraulein. Oh, if you don't want to tell us, you could just say so. I've put in a request to Interpol via my contacts in Borginia, but apparently there is a block on information somewhere along the chain. Oh, something Interpol doesn't want to tell Borginia. Something about this little piece of plastic. So the twos went through all that trouble to become Lameroir's manager, just to come to this country to find out more about this lump. And he died for it. Replica added to the court record, okay. I've sent someone to the Colosseum to fetch Lameroir. Perhaps she knows something about it, being a Borginian. I believe that covers everything I'm at liberty to talk to you about. Oh, thanks for dropping by, Herr Forehead. Thanks? Why, you gave me so much information, that igniter for instance. Oh, that. I've never met an attorney so forthcoming with the prosecution. It's a big help. Or perhaps you're just a tad naive, I guess I could have hit it, but somehow showing it felt like the right thing. I could say the same to you, Prosecutor Gavin. Thanks for the information about the strange lump of plastic, the one that Mr. Latouze was investigating. Hey, that's right. I've been thinking, Herr Forehead. We encounter many incidents in our lives, all of us, not all of them simple. Especially not the ones where people are killing to song lyrics. That is why I try to at least remain simple inside, and I keep a simple goal to discover the truth. That's why I like to keep relations civil, yeah? Well, I like you better than I liked Von Karma, for example. That is all. I can live with that. Mr. Prosecutor, Fraulein, can I ask you why you sing in a band? Because I want women to turn and look when I walk down the street. That's pretty simple, too. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Another time, perhaps. Yeah, sounds like the right time to be moving somewhere else. Detention Center, Sunshine Coliseum, to the agency, maybe? Looks like Machi isn't questioning, huh? The police must have a Borginian interpreter. That's no fair. I wish we could talk to him. I guess we'll just have to come back later if we want to see him. I guess so. Back to Sunshine Coliseum then. Oh, it's you. You came at a good time. Hello there, Emma. What's up? Either of you know where Lameroir is? Well, I saw her in the backstage hallway a while ago. Yeah, that's strange. What's strange? I can't find her anywhere. I was supposed to bring her to the prosecutor's office. Lameroir is missing? It's hard to imagine her wandering off somewhere on her own. Being that she's blind and all. Yeah, we'll help you look for her. Great, thanks. Okay. Backstage hallway. This place is deserted. I wonder where Lameroir went off to. I'm sure she's okay on her own. She seems resourceful. I guess, but I can't help worry about her a little. The stage? It's dark. In the wings. Huh? The stage is pitch dark. The power breaker must be off for this section. Great. I'll go get someone. Yipes, it was really dark out there. Dark? That's all Lameroir has. Ah, no! No! I don't want to get disconnected.